Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 1st to the 15th, 2024 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. So we're crowned by the King of Swords reversed. That's air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This can also be, okay, so if you have air sign energy in your chart or in your life, it can be a bit caustic, like a bit like running up against a brick wall. So just be mindful about this. We can also have really negative self talk. So just be mindful about this as well. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant reverse, which is Taurus energy. We have the Four of Wands, and we have the Seven of Swords reverse. So we're going to be having a lie coming out, something that is just like no longer true, no longer relevant in our lives. I'm just going to move my camera back just a little bit for you guys. No longer true, no longer relevant in our lives. It's coming out. We're also going to see that we were held back by lies for too long. And I really see this more as a sense of like, I can't do this because, or I'm not going to be able to do this because, or this isn't for me because. And we're going to be releasing a lot of that toxic negativity that is around us. Now, the Ace of Pentacles coming into play is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, handing us a gift to really plant a seed and watch it grow. There's going to be something during this time that we think is kind of like a throwaway, but it's almost like we throw away, it's like Jack and the Beanstalk, right? We throw away these magic beans and we're going to see them grow by themselves, but we're going to be surprised at the twists and turns our life takes in order to bring forward our prosperity. Again, be very mindful of negative self-talk. If you have air sign energy in your chart, that can be coming through a bit like wherever that area in your chart is, it can be coming through with a lot of self-doubt. You can go on, what is it called? It's I think it's called cafeastrology.com, and you can get a free chart done there if you want to like look into your chart and see what comes up or what doesn't, astrologically speaking. The Hierophant energy as well is going to be rather, there's almost a sense of being too strict with yourself. Like it has to be like this, it has to be like that. This is the box, this is where it needs to be. Also, if we have Taurus energy in our chart or Taurus energy in our life, we might not be getting on very well with this as well. So just be mindful about this. The Four of Wands, this isn't the four, this is the Two of Wands. Our doors opening. I was going to say the Four of Wands. There's only two here. The Two of Wands is doors opening. We're going to be seeing that certain doors are opening to us, but we're going to have to release a lot of lies, a lot of doubts, a lot of fears that we have that are keeping us held back. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowflake in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random on the 1st of February. So good luck to everyone. The winner will be announced in a separate video. All right. And also, if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Here we have Goddess. We need to connect with our sacred feminine energy to let our Goddess energy show. However, that manifests in your life, whether it's through a more orthodoxy way or through a more ancient way, it doesn't really matter. It does matter that we connect with that sacred feminine energy in our realm of existence. So let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is peace. This is the crown chakra. We need to crown ourselves with peace. Just meditating around and like focusing on our crown and just seeing this like white silvery light moving around our crown, taking away all worries, all fears, all doubts, really centering ourselves in peace and calm and letting our worries like not fall away, but it's almost like we understand that there is always something to worry about, there is always something to fear, but it doesn't get to be so prominent. It doesn't get to be so intensely center stage within our existence. So just be mindful about this. Peace isn't being ignorant. It isn't, living in a la-la world. What it is doing, it is saying, okay, listen, I understand. I understand that if I look at my door, it could be like, wow, a lot is going on that is just too much. Like I cannot solve any of these problems. But if I calm and center myself, if I come to this world with peace and love, if I present peace and love in my existence, if I, center what I desire within my life and move forward in that energy, that can be a game changer. And that can be something that seems, so woo woo, but also so simple to say, but it's so hard to do. It is so hard when the world seems to be just on fire, when you're hearing one bad thing after another. And in our own personal lives, where it's like, okay, it's one struggle after another, to calm and center ourselves in peace and in love, and to say those things are sacred and I'm moving forward in that energy, that's brave. That's what that is. That's brave. Okay, so let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have the King of Cups reversed. Now we're represented by the cups in the minor arcana. So we need to be mindful of our emotions being all over the place, also emotional manipulation. We need to just be mindful of not feeling quite as imbalanced in ourselves as we want to. It can almost feel like we're standing on a seesaw, like going back and forth and trying to figure out where we stand, what we want. We can also be our own worst enemy, get in our way, get too much in our own heads. It's interesting because our whole goal is to come from the heart. And yet one of the hardest things for us as Pisces is to come from the heart, is to let our hearts move forward, to trust our hearts and what we deeply desire. So let's see how the tarot correlates with what the astrology has to say for this time. So on the 1st of February, we have the moon in Scorpio squared Pluto in Aquarius. Be mindful that everybody is going to be struggling with power and control. So just be mindful about this. You can look at people, think, oh my gosh, they have all the power, all the control, and they're going to be feeling powerless and out of control. And we're going to be feeling the exact same way. So just being mindful of stepping into our energy, knowing the gifts of prosperity that are coming forward, even though we're not necessarily going to see them as easily as we would want to. There are doors that are going to be opening. There are new pathways that are going to be leading us forward. On the 2nd, we have Mercury in Capricorn, sextile Neptune in Pisces. This really maximizes our imagination. We're going to see ourselves being very imaginative, very creative, very intuitive. We need to work on creative projects and really embrace our hobbies during this time. On the 3rd, we have the moon in Scorpio, sextile Mercury in Capricorn. We keep ourselves busy with a lot of different projects on this day. We're juggling this, we're juggling that. Now, we're going to want to be very rigid with ourselves, so do be mindful about this as well. But our mind just needs to be active. If we have a little book or, talk little ideas into our phone, that's going to be really it's going to be really great. And also, if we can have this day kind of like the second and third are like evil genius days, just to create and cultivate and think of ideas. And then like you do that on the second, and then on the third, you see how you can put them together, and you see like, oh, could this work? Could that work? So that would be really cool. Highly creative, highly productive days on the 2nd and the 3rd. On the 4th, we have the moon in Sagittarius squared Saturn in Pisces. We are a little bit, undisciplined during this time. We're not going to be very patient with ourselves. We're going to see that we need to get a lot done. We're not going to have a lot of time to do it in. We're going to be very demanding. The more that we can't get done, the more we're going to put on our table for some reason. Like we're going to say, okay, well, if you can't get this done, I'm going to add 15 more things, because then you have to be really strict with yourself. And that's just not going to be the way it works. We'll kind of shut down. So don't do that. Don't do that. Everybody's going to try and do that. Don't do that. On the 4th, take off, take small bites, like take off a little piece and then see if you can finish that piece of cake. And then if you can, and you're still hungry, like wait 20 minutes. If you're still hungry, take a little bit more. But that's going to be the best way to deal with this energy than to say, okay, I'm going to eat that whole entire cake, and let's get going. On the 5th, we have Mercury in Aquarius, or Mercury entering into Aquarius. And this brings really sudden insights, imagination, unexpected ideas start coming forward. We start connecting the dots together in ways that we wouldn't. Now, be mindful that we're going to very much say it has to stay in this box. It has to be just like this. So we're going to be fighting against that energy. But with Mercury entering into Aquarius, it's going to be a lot easier for us and everybody else to think outside of the box. So that's going to be fun. We have Mercury in Aquarius conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. And so we're very focused. We're very intense. We're very determined. We're very much working on a plan for change, for our future, moving forward. And we're going to be very strict with ourselves. That can be good. That can be, not so good, but we're going to really hold ourselves to certain rules. Now, whether those rules wind up making sense or they don't wind up making sense in the long run, we can see. But we need to be mindful about that energy coming forward. Because also on the 5th, one of the most important things we can do for ourselves is pay attention to our flashes of intuition and premonition that are coming our way. On the 6th, we have the moon in Capricorn, trine Jupiter in Taurus, where our outlook is super bright. We're very optimistic. We're focusing on the bright side. It's a good day. It's like we call in the sunshine, and I like that. On the 7th of February, we have Venus in Capricorn, trine Uranus in Taurus. We're going to see a change in our relationships and a change in what we're focusing on our relationship, improving our relationships, moving things forward. That's going to be really important for us. We're also going to look at opening our social circles, meeting new people, going new places. It doesn't mean that we have to be, all of a sudden out, fluttering here, fluttering there. We might just not have time for it. And you might be thinking, Dane, how am I supposed to be doing all these things? I have work, I have responsibilities, family, this, that. How? And this can just be a time where we start to connect with a community that really inspires us. We can start to find things online that we're like, oh, I'm so curious about this. I'm so curious about that. And it starts to open up a world we never dreamt of. Don't box yourself in. Don't say, okay, social interactions have to look like this, or I have to get out of the house more. So I'm going to make myself, even though I don't have time. And that's just going to add more stress. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, Pisces. We then have Mars in Capricorn, sextile Neptune in Pisces on the 7th. We are highly creative, highly, venturous with our creativity. We're taking action. We're being inspired. Our imagination is driving us. So let your intuition guide you. That's going to be super fun. See the doors that are opening and look at, those little seeds that we're going to be so willing to throw away, like the wildflowers that they're planting. On the 8th of February, we have the Sun in Aquarius, square Jupiter in Taurus. This is going to be a very impulsive day for us, so just be mindful about this. We're trying to avoid something, and what we're trying to avoid is going to be really getting at the heart of the issue of what is getting us stuck, and what also has us stuck with the King of Swords reverse and the Hierophant reverse, in being so strict and being so militant with the way that things need to move forward. We're going to think the issue is XYZ. On this day, if we let ourselves open to our hearts, if we release a lot of lies that we've been carrying about ourselves, about the world around us, about what it should be, what it shouldn't be, we're going to start to see, oh, I thought the pain came from here, or I thought the lack came from here, or I thought the doubt came from here. Our spirit guides, our angels are going to be showing us a greater road, and that's going to be really interesting. It's like, oh, that's the wound. I also highly recommend, again, using the Cafe Astrology, or if you Google free astrological chart on Google, it would be very beneficial to see where your Chiron is, because your Chiron is your original wound. And the original wound is what we're sent on this earth to heal. We're sent here to see that's the original wound. That's where all other wounds will build off of, will grow off of. And now let's see how to heal it. Let's see how to move ourselves forward. On the 9th, this is an icky day. I don't like it. So just know that. The 9th is the moon in Aquarius, squared Uranus in Taurus. We are impatient. We're not really patient with anyone or anything. And I see this as especially bad if you have to teach, if you're a teacher, if you're a professor, if you're a lecturer, if you are, giving courses in any way, shape, or form. You're just not going to be into it. You're just not going to be into it. It's going to be like nails on a chalkboard. So do be mindful about this during this time. If we can call out sick, I highly recommend it. If you can't, which I completely understand, the highly recommending calling out sick was a little bit flippant. Take it slow. Make it easier for you. You could be saying, oh, I'm going to go over something really complex. Do that on the 11th. It'll be a lot easier on the 11th than it will be on the 9th. The 10th, where we have Mercury in Aquarius, square Jupiter in Taurus. I see that as really our astrological hangover day. I know it sounds funny, but it's like we're so drained from the 9th. We're so irritated. Things just aren't aligning the way that we needed to, or didn't align the way that we wanted it to. And so here we have a lazy day. We need to take a break. We need to center ourselves. We need to calm ourselves down, because we're going to have a tendency to get really, really mean to ourselves, really, really harsh to ourselves, cut ourselves down in ways that it almost feels like, why the heck try? And that's not the answer at all. You have so many blessings and so much prosperity coming forward for you, Pisces. It might not be, Hermes shopping bags and a mansion on the top of the hill and, driving a Rolls Royce. I mean, seldom do people ever get to do that. But we hold it as highest aspiration. Why? Why not say, I want to wake up with a smile on my face. I want to be thankful to see the day. And I want to go to sleep with a smile on my face, thankful to have ended the day. I want to be happy in my world, whether it's a big world filled with, moving and shaking and going here and going there, or whether it's a small, quiet world filled with planting a garden and, taking care of things. It doesn't have to be more. That just gets to be silly after a while, because the more we have, the more we want, the more we have, the more we want, the more we search, the more we push for XYZ. and the more we feel lost along the way. So let's calm into ourselves. On the 11th, we have the moon in Pisces, sextile Venus in Capricorn. This is a much more balanced day, and that's what we're also going to be seeking out, a lot more balance in our lives. And life will be easier as we find more balance and harmony within it. And we're also going to find that this balance and this harmony starts to make us more secure. When we talk about the Ace of Pentacles, people talk about wealth. It's like, oh yes, my bank account is going to be, lush. It's just going to be so awesome. And that can be the case. And I hope that is the case for everyone. But it's also wealth and what we value as much as money coming into our existence. And it's a security and a stability and a beauty that we walk forward in. On the 12th of February, we have the moon in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces. We are compassionate, empathic, and sensitive. And we're going to see that connecting with others is going to be one of the most important things. We also understand that helping other people on this day makes us feel really, really good. On the 13th, we have Mars entering into Aquarius. Now, Mars is the planet of drive and of energy. And this brings enthusiasm. It brings motivation. It brings change. It brings fortune. It brings, unconventional, think outside of the box, push the limits type of energy coming forward. And we also have Venus in Capricorn, sextile Neptune in Pisces on this day, where our relationships really benefit from a gentle touch, from moving slowly and gently and kindly within our hearts and our souls and what we desire. When Spirit says a gentle touch, it's not just, being gentle when touching somebody, right? But it's having a gentle touch throughout our whole entire life. It is, picking up something gently. It's not kind of smashing our bodies through this world, but it's learning to move in harmony with it. There's something very beautiful, very elegant and eloquent with a body that moves in harmony with its surroundings. And that's going to be also something that we're practicing. Not only just like, it's kind of like an epiphany on this day, but it's going to be something that we carry forward with us. We need to open our hearts to love. We need to say, love moves me forward. And we need to let that be our guide, because we're going to be very surprised at where it takes us. Now, I see very much like the 13th should be the 14th, because the 14th is, of course, Valentine's Day. And as my nephew says, it's the I love you day, which I think is just stinking adorable. And this is Mars in Aquarius, conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. Listen, if we're astrologically speaking, this is more the I gotta work day. So just be mindful about this. Set alarm clocks, a lot of them, reminders. If you have something planned for Valentine's Day, if you have somebody in your life whose Valentine's Day is very important for, you don't want to forget it. You don't want to be caught up in work. It'll be very, very, very easy to get caught up in whatever you're doing, whatever, grabs your interest. You'll get caught up in that and you'll forget anything else, because here we're really going to be catapulted by our dreams. Anything that, captivates our dreams, captivates our attention, we're just going to be driven towards. So just remember this on this day. On the 15th, we have the moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. This is a time for change. And it doesn't matter if it's big change. It doesn't matter if it's small change. We really do feel that change, and it is carrying us forward. Okay. So our subconscious energy is gratitude. And this is gratitude reverse. We're forgetting to be thankful. And Spirit's just like, listen, sit in gratitude, meditate in gratitude, move forward in loving gratitude. That's going to be a game changer. Our subconscious chakra message is angels and masters. This is our soul star chakra, located 6 inches above our feet. Our angels are wrapping us in their wings. Our spirit guides are teaching us, are guiding us, are moving us forward. Know that you are protected and loved. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Ace of Wands. We're going to have like this burst of passion and inspiration. It's going to be like this fire. I have to move this way right now. And it's going to come forward very kind of like manically. Let it ride out. See where it takes you. Like, do not get caught up in this, because it's not going to be what you think it is. Our subconscious tarot message is the Magician reversed. We're not seeing our magic and we're not honoring our gifts. We're kind of wishing, oh, I wish I could be gifted like this person or that person, instead of saying, I'm happy and blessed with the gifts that are mine. And I'm happy and blessed standing before the altar of my existence, seeing myself and connecting with myself, because that's going to be the game changer here. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Pisces, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.